All right, Rebel Moon. I watched it late last night. Jeezy Pete. I'm a fan of Zack Snyder. I still, I've turned into one of those sports fans, like a Cubbies fan that, waited 100 years for them to win the World Series. Same thing, waiting like a Boston Red Sox fan, waiting for the Billy Goat curse to be lifted for them to win another World Series. I'm to that point. I'm that. I'm a Snyderverse guy. So hopefully before I close my eyes, I get to see Justice League 2 and 3, the Snyder verse restored on somebody else's platform under another studio. So um visually a beautiful film. Like, listen, hands down, Zack Snyder is probably the best visual director in Hollywood. I mean, his visuals, his color palette, cinematography is A1. A1. He's the best at that. He needs a writer. He needs a David Goyer, Chris Terrio, Jonathan Nolan. He needs a writer. I get it. A lot of these directors want to, they do the Tyler Perry thing, writer, producer, director, when you clearly need help in some of those aspects of storytelling and filmmaking. Yeah, so he needs help. He needs a writer, and I just wish he hire a full-time writer for his projects. But I get it, but it hurts the movie. The characters, not enough character development for me to care about the rest of the the resistance. Um, Everybody's pretty much jacked. Everybody's buff. Everybody's shirtless, and made me feel a certain way. I need to get back in the gym and really get on it. The guy that rides the Griffin, I mean, Jeezy Pete, he's so dehydrated. For the look, for the cuts in the movie, whatever. I was upset that Charlie Hunnam's character got killed. Like, he's the bad guy. He's the traitor. I'm like, I mean, I seen it coming, but I was like, come on, bro, don't do me like this, bro. And then some of the I wish we seen more of the robot Jimmy, voiced by Anthony Hopkins. I know he's gonna have a huge part in part 2. So I get it. Former robot, swear to the king. King got assassinated. I'm curious to see who ended up assassinating the king and the daughter and his wife. The Blood Axes, the brother and sister, played by Ray Fisher and I forget the lady's name, but I wish he got killed off. I was like, dang, man, like, yo. I was digging his character. I was kind of digging the Blood Axes. Old girl with the blades, the heat blades. I guess she's like the Asian samurai, whatever. I mean, I get it, all aspects of the Magnificent Seven. I get it, all these little different characters. Lots of slow-mo. Of course, it's Zack Snyder. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get slow-mo. You're going to get lens flare. Yeah, he needs a writer. He needs a writer. He really needs a writer. I mean, he needs a full-time, he needs a Chris Terrio, David Goyer on call. Like, hey, go over this. I liked it. I enjoyed it for what it gave me. Visually, beautiful movie. Story-wise, I give it a 7.5, 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it, but I didn't want to go into it nitpicking because typical Zack Snyder movie. A lot of people don't like the slow-mo. A lot of people don't like all the effects he puts in it, but his storytelling has always been his weak spot. So I hope he at some point, man, just gets a solid screenwriter to help him with that. So